telling you. Hi, all of you. So today in this video, I'm gonna talk about having no internet, what it would be like. But what was it like for us when we did not have internet? Like I'm hearing about the talk about the Simpsons. Well, that noise up there that you're hearing, that's the people putting up the new roof. So you're gonna hear a lot of knocking in this video because they're right now they're installing the new roof. So, anyways, I put things immediately that if the Simpsons predicted right that the cable in the ocean would be cut off, I don't know what. These are all things. First thing that came to my mind that if all things that we could not do if the internet was cut off, it'd be no Facebook. First thing, no Facebook and no YouTube. Apparently, I wouldn't be able to post YouTube, and I wouldn't be able to do anything on YouTube, post new videos, and there would be no TikTok and no Instagram and no nothing, no communication, like no internet, like no platform or media, social media, and then also for me, no more posting on YouTube, and then I would not be able to do eBay or Amazon. I wouldn't be able to shop online, especially looking for critical parts for my car or hard to find items. Hard to find items, or without the internet, I wouldn't be able to find all the hard to find parts, or I wouldn't be able to do shopping, conveniently shop at home, because I would then have to drive to all the places to buy my stuff, and then there would be no TV. We wouldn't have TV unless you have an antenna, unless you have a TV that can pick up signals, that could pick up TV signals, and then we put an antenna on the TV, and then we could watch TV, like the free channels. I don't think I have any. I don't know if these TVs have a receiver or not. And then we would be I wouldn't be able to go to the internet to an encyclopedia. I wouldn't be able to see, what do we call, if I wanted to look up information like a word, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would have to go to the encyclopedia instead. Like looking up information, for an example, on how to work on my car, or how to do this or that on my car. And then no FaceTiming either. So anyways, well, imagine we wouldn't be able to FaceTime each other anymore. I'm just reviewing all of my videos. This is my 1990 playlist. So all the things that I can remember how life was like without, how it was without the internet, Or how did we live without the internet, I tell you. How did we live? And then, there's a video right here. How did we live? So, if I can remember what was in my mind, during those times, my hobbies and stuff. Well, we had our Nintendo back in the days, right here, Cynthia was playing with the Nintendo, and then, we were playing video games, and then back then I had to manually send the mail. What was in my mind back then? Well, playing videos, playing VCR tapes, movies, that was our entertainment. I would play movies on the VCR, and then we had our games. But we had no internet, so what did I do for entertainment? Well, I cooked my mac and cheese right there, and brought it into the room and ate it while I was playing my Genesis. And what else did I used to do during those times for fun? And this is Cynthia playing with her friends. I guess, this was Christmas month. We had our family gatherings, and We played with the cat. I mean, so yeah, I mean, we would have like family gatherings. I'm gonna show another example. See, we'd watch TV. See, you don't see anybody on their phones, right? I mean, see absolutely nobody on the phone. We would be talking to each other. I mean, nobody had their phones in their hands. We were just watching TV. My scooter. I used to love to ride my scooter around. I mean, for fun. Right there, I had no internet, so I mean, what did I do for fun? I would just go out in the garage and, like, I would want to ride my scooter or something, you know, like it was like we would be talking, and then Cynthia and she's talking around and stuff. Well, this is a good video right here. What social life looked like in 1990. That's me right there. See, this is what we did. This is what we did when we had no internet. So like we used to just go outside and play on, like Cynthia and my neighbor would be playing. They would be doing things like that. It's what we would do. I mean, oh, this is June of. Oh wow, that's exactly how long ago was it? 35 years ago? Damn. We used to do this. I mean, yeah, I mean. So you don't see anybody with phones in their hands. I mean, constantly on TikTok and that shit, you know? Well, this is a commercial. Oh, that's mine. Look at this. This is what we used to do. Like, we used to like to hang out outside. I mean, do things like this. I mean, without the internet. I mean, and then Hector was doing that. Like, we had no phones to play with, so I mean, like, we would get bored without anything on our hands, so we would find something to do. Like, a lot of times it'd be to play games. We did a lot of games. Did games. And for me, I mean, that was me playing around. I mean, my mom wrecked the car. You know, this is what we did a lot of. We just sat out there and we would play games. Cynthia would play games. And you know, if these kids were in today, they would probably be either on their phones. They would probably be mostly on their phones right now. Like, if we were home, we'd be mostly on their phones and playing Roblox or something, you know. Or maybe like, what would they be doing if these kids were to be moved into today's times? Look, speaking of the Simpsons, that's the Simpsons t-shirt. And then we would do barbecuers. I tell you, man, like, we would, and then for me, I would be just riding see, I didn't have any phones to look on Facebook for other people who have scooters like me and stuff, so, like, I had no way of interacting with anybody through the internet, so like, I would go, like, without anything, I would just find something to do. I mean, let me see, I want to look for another video. St. Patrick's Day. Well, random. Wow, of course, this is a good video right here because my random vlogs. Me. Okay, that's me. I mean, 19. Well, actually, I had the date wrong there. The date was. And then me, this is what I would do without the internet. I had a computer, but we didn't have internet. I just used to like to program it and me blog. And then for me, I liked using my camcorder. I liked to talk in the camera just because it was fun. I mean. And then I like to play with the computer. Of course, I had no internet back then, but I used to like to play games, or I used to like to program things. The playing with the cat. Flies, man. I have a lot of flies in here right now. And then we would probably be on the car. So I think we just went to around. So this is what Cynthia would be doing without the internet. We'd be looking at books or things like that. I mean, we didn't have our phone, so me, and then for me, and then we would be playing some games. Nice. That's funny, man. They're really at it right now. So anyway, going in the garage. They're really at the roof right now. So yeah, I mean, anyway, so I mean, it's like, what can I remember? The typical thing that was in my mind, like on a typical day, like, well, like what was in my mind in the '90s without internet and stuff, with no phones to be looking at, with nobody having phones to be looking at. Like with a typical day, if I remember, I would get up in the morning, and then I would probably, first thing I would do is I would want to get on my Nintendo, on the Nintendo or something. And then if I would get bored of a game, I would want to go buy another game. And then I would just be playing Nintendo or something, you know. And then for me, if not that, I would just watch TV. I would just watch TV. And if I would get bored of the TV, then I would want to just go out and ride my scooter around, you know. I would just ride my scooter, my motor scooter. So yeah. And then Hector and Arnold, well, Hector specifically, well, like the ones that like to go out and party. What was a typical thing that Hector, for an example, or like one of my neighbors used to do? What was like the typical thing they used to do? Like they would get up and they would probably play Nintendo too a little bit, and they would watch TV. I think mostly watch TV all day long. They wouldn't have any phones to be looking at, so they would be watching TV. Or maybe like Hector probably would want to go visit like my friend or like our neighbors or something, or like later on in the day they would go visit friends to have a little drink, and then they would play their radio. They would turn on the radio, maybe play some cassettes and stuff, and that's it. I mean, like we didn't have phones to look at, so anyways, I mean. But apparently we did it. We lived through it. I mean, we lived through it. So if we were not gonna have any internet, like as of today, would I be able to handle? Yes, I would be able to handle it. I mean, I know some people would not be able to handle it being without internet right now, but for me, I can, because I lived through it. So I mean, and what would I do if the internet was gonna go out? I mean. Well, I have a bunch of these videos and DVDs and stuff. I have a bunch of these VHSs. I have a ton of them everywhere. I have a ton, and then I got a bunch of CDs and stereo equipment, all the analog stuff. I have a bunch of all that stuff, so we would be able to watch DVDs and VHSs and play CDs. And since we don't have Spotify, right? You wouldn't have Spotify, so yeah. But I mean, anyways, yeah, I would be able to handle it. But the part that would be hard for me, though, about being without internet, would be things like online shopping. That's what would be hard. I mean, because for an example, I want to find a part for my car, the Edge, and like the internet is like the best source of it, like where I can get really good deals on parts. And if I didn't have the internet, then I would have no way of being able to buy the parts online, and I would have to drive to a store, and they would charge me a buttload of money for that part. I mean, that's what would be hard for me. If I had to fix something, like on my car or something, I would have to face major fees in fixing my car, because the parts store is going to charge a buttload of money for the parts, since they know that we need it. But when we have the internet, I mean, although we have to wait for the part, but at least we could save a lot of money. I mean, and a lot of agony looking for the part. That's the part that would be hard. And of course, you know, like being to interact with people, like if I have family members FaceTiming, I don't really do much of that. But my kids, I mean, well, for me, that'd be kind of hard too, a little bit. I mean, but That's me though. But for my family, it would probably be hard for them because they rely on the internet for like their TikTok and stuff for their entertainment. But Jenny Lynn says that she would be able to handle it. I mean, but anyway, so all right. Well, I hope you liked this video. It was fun going on this video. So because I wonder because things like that can happen, man. Well, like catastrophic things it's bound to happen pretty soon in this area, in this world of people. You know how it is. That people think World War III is coming. Well, I wouldn't be surprised on that, man. It sounds pretty accurate, man. It's like, so yeah, be ready for it. Be ready for any catastrophic thing happening sooner or later. It's gonna happen one day or another. All right, I'll see you on the next video. So right now I believe it's June what? That's my gateway to heaven right there. Yeah, that's my gateway to heaven. When my day comes, there you go. So right now it's June. It's what is it? June 27th. I believe it's June 27th. All right, I'll see you on the next video.